It's the Cable League. MTG Gathering Show.
Let's do a draft for future me. Can't just trophy and run, huh? Can't do that. I love dirtling with Shorkai. It's so nice. We just did that, though. I'm gonna grab a Thari. I'm still mad at Reanimate for that earlier deck. It was the Reanimate's fault. Should we go with Thari and Leovold? Just commit to the 5-color. I like Death Creature's Champion a lot. Come on, this Voice of Victory too. May you suggest a raid target? Who are you thinking, Fluffy? You can always suggest. A lot of times when I do day streams, there's a host of people that that I want to get back though. People I enjoy watching. I want to send my viewers to. That I don't get to raid very often because I usually stream nights. I'm actually level 1. Right there with you. I like how I'm like describing I'm actually level 1. Almost perfectly. I guess I'll just take all the energy stuff, huh? Static Prison, usually pretty bad, but it gets a lot better when you have Galvanic and Amped Raptor in your deck. Yeah, hard to pass a fetch, but Headliner's up there for me. Headliner's been growing. Has Loot just been a dud in the cube? Nope, Loot's fine. Totally fine. Loot goes around a lot because it's 3 colors. Like, all of the 3-color cards go around a lot. But that doesn't make them bad. It just makes them narrow, right? They just don't fit everything. I've had a lot of fun with Loot, and like a lot of my opponents have too. Like for the 3-mana cards, I think it actually sees a solid amount of play. I cut it sometimes. Sometimes I cut it for my rug decks. It doesn't always make the cut. Whereas Leovold like always makes the cut in my bug decks. But it's up there. Up there for the 3-color cards. Might be the next best one off the top of my head. It's a shame that 4-mana Chandra doesn't see much play in this cube. Yeah, I like that cube. I like that Chandra a lot too. It was a lot better when you could play it, kill your opponent's creature, then expect to untap with it. But on 4, like, it might not even kill your opponent's creature. I still like it if my curve goes up higher. If I'm playing like 6s and 7s, then I still dig that card. Nothing wrong with the disenchant critter, but if I'm playing Amped Raptor, there's like a little bit more of an incentive to play more 2s. This is pretty by the numbers Boros drafting here. I don't know. You'd think I'd be giving my future self a spicier one. It's potential splashables. Maybe I'll leave them out. I think Bloodbraid and Athari are kind of close in power level. They're good at like slightly different things, right? Like Athari gets bricked by Karakas. It's like way better at racing. But they're both kind of inevitability cards, and they both like provide value. Bloodbraid is like way better against like an opponent trading and killing it like every turn. You just like bring it back every single time. Never runs out of gas. Alright, I'm going to splash this Bowmaster, which means I'm splashing that Vamp Tutor, which means this mana base needs work. Well, someone in chat called out Gut, so I guess I'll draft a Gut. You think Daleb is kinder to his future self than Nightleb? So part of that is you might be getting like Nightlib might be a little toasted by the time he's drafting for future Caleb. And part of that is I'm probably gonna be drained at the very end of the night, Hey, a fetch or a shock. A thing I need. A thing for me. Did I snag a white black duel? I did. Oh, that's so good. I think we got it before the Vamp Tutor, so I wasn't even thinking about it. Yeah. That's pretty. And the Eagles can get both duels. Looking good. Looking solid so far. It was kenneled. Good eye. So it would probably wheel, but I kind of want to make sure I get this Lingering Souls. It's oddly very good here with it's like a thing to bend to Inti. It's just infinite fodder for gut. If I wasn't taking the souls, I'd probably be on like Delayed Blast Fireball or Thraben Inspector, which are, you know, whatever. Sometimes Fireball's the nuts. Sometimes it's a 3-mana shock. Little Lightning Bolt, huh? A little bolt action. One thing we're still missing is 1-drops. Be a pretty good Guide of Souls deck. All this energy production. I'm not going to Gen Con this year. Nope. I haven't been in a few years. Wait, that's not true. I literally went last year. I just ground Legacy the whole time. Kind of a waste of a Gen Con. It was sweet, though. I had a good time with it. It was nice to, like, go into grinder mode and just, like, play competitive Magic for a week. You usually don't get that immersed. In paper Magic tournaments, usually, like, 2 is the longest number. And this was, like, 4 days of grinding Legacy against, like, strong Legacy players. Ooh, I want the fixing really bad, but I also want this Parallax Wave. I'm going to take the wave. We don't have any 1-drops. I might want this. Might be totally fine. Was that when Nadu was legal? Nadu was legal, but the tournaments that I was grinding were like 50% Reanimator mirrors. So we all got very practiced in the mirror by the end of the week. The Saga deck trophied Chrono. Hey, thanks, Chrono. Yeah, it was back-to-back trophies. Not bad. Hey, that's a 1-drop, technically. Squadron fits? Yeah, sorta. Likely on the cutting room floor here. If this was my pack 1, pick 1, I'd go Tamio into Fractured, and then third pick, I'd be at a loss. Hello, Johnny. Gonna wheel that bombardment. Gonna have the best time. Gonna have the best fucking time. Bombardiers? It must be my birthday. Bombardiers also excellent with the Johnny. And Magic cards. It's excellent with Magic cards. Have I played any of the Final Fantasy series? I have not. Do I have any interest in that set? Not particularly. I don't think I like Thoughtseize off the splash. It's not the best Arena of Glory. A lot of my stuff has haste already. I'll grab it, though. I can see giving, like, Voice of Victor or Inti haste off the top mattering. Broadside is bad with Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Because they don't have the casting cost. It's still worth 2 damage. They still cost, like, something, right? They cost, like... Yeah, what this? Doesn't this cost, like, 6 orbs or whatever? They all have a mana value of 0? Gotcha. Probably want this Metamorph. Donate Portable Hole. I'm going to take the Oliphant. All we're missing is a Badlands. Hot Links is seeing Justice on Thursday. Oh, very cool, Hot Links. Yeah, I hope you have a great time. I've sat through an entire Justice performance on YouTube and was just like, this is the best. There's a few bands where replays of their live shows are legitimately blah, sick. They're sick. I'm going to take Glimmer Lens out of this here pack. The card draw is okay. It is a hit for Amped Raptor. One cool thing about Glimmer Lens is that it does make a Rebel for Athari, which comes up, weirdly. Ephemerate's bad here, right? Yeah, it doesn't look great. We kind of have a deck already, so it's whether we think a card improves a slot. How do I feel about Steel Cutter here? I think it's on the edge. Edge case. The Phoenix is actually really good, right? With both the lane cyclers. Bombardment made it. Sat through as a connotation of non-enjoyment. It typically does. I was trying to use it to imply the fact that I typically don't last all the way through. Usually when I check out a live concert, I do it to get like a brief sense of what their live show is like to see if I'm interested. So if I turn on a live show and I actually sit through it all, that means that it was very, very good. On YouTube specifically. But I see what you mean. It typically does have that connotation. Awesome. Thanks for watching, everybody. Huge thanks to everybody that stuck through while I was struggling to stream at a game shop. Also, once again, huge shout out to Misty Mountain. I kind of remember drafting this. 2 morning streams back to back. Unlike me. Jose, we got a cut or 2 to make, huh? Are you allowed to backseat what time I get out? You can fucking try. Yeah, pretty by the book Boros pile here, huh? I think I'm Metamorph from the main deck. Got Portable Hole. We got some bolts in a Static Prison. Maybe I don't need it. Normally I like Hole over Static Prison, but I've also got Galvanic Discharge and Raptor, so might as well include all the energy production. And then I want to cut a card from up here somewhere. Keep the Raptor hits there. Cut Vamp Tutor. No, thank you. Seems some Pyromancer and Lingering Souls work pretty well together. The Lingering Soul is also really good with Bombardment. Could cut Glimmer Lens. I do like that it makes a Rebel for Athari. But we have a lot of 2s here. Oh, let's cut Intrepid, maybe? Although Intrepid also plays well with the tokens. So it's kind of like a 4-drop. Yeah, not just Vamp Tutor. We also have Bowmaster and Lingering Souls. And the fixing's good. Like, the Eagles can get Scrubland, and the Oliphant can get the Proving Ground. Really want to play that Glimmer Lens. So ideally we'd have like 8 minimum white. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then it's kind of similar to red. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 red. Let's just make those both 10, 10, huh? And then black here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 black sources for 2.5 black cards. I think that's solid. One of the things about Vamp Tutor and Orcs is that they can be played early, but they're also totally fine later too. They never really fall off. Alright, got the deck in the overlay. My internet is indeed Mac or a Tog, yeah. Yesterday's stream, I actually got the internet back halfway through, and so I just like dipped. Giver doesn't protect itself, so might as well serve. Could be for orcs. Thinking about bombardment, thinking about a Johnny. Am I safe? Very safe. The sun's peeking up through my window. We got some strong winds, but it was not a real storm here at all. Hey, Party Zeke, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 6 months there. But I'm glad you're doing well, Roy. Early morning Caleb D, what a treat. Hell yeah, party. Yeah, I woke up early yesterday, and I woke up early today, and I was like, if I'm going to start D&D at 3:30, and I want to do a nice meaty stream, I should just go live now. So we should get a nice, like, 6-7 hour stream in. This is the earliest stream I've had, basically ever. Or that's not true. The last 365, I did a super early morning AM stream before a Grand Prix. Ever streamed my D&D sessions. That takes a lot more. That's a lot less easy than it sounds, Tactical Rangers. That's not like a push the button and just stream. Also, I'm a filthy liar. I have done that once, but it was one act, and I had my my good friend Rob Vaca DM for us, and it was just a one act, and everybody that was in the D&D one shot was also a fellow streamer, so it was all just streamed. My regular D&D session is a bit more involved than that. It's like, it's not held at my place. I don't have control over the setting and stuff, so I don't have like the room to put up a whole bunch of cameras and lights and all that shit. To see like to actually have like a viewable D&D session, it takes a shitload of work, and to get an actual watchable production value. Oh my god. I think we attack and bin one of our 2 drops here and just go like hunting for the second white source, because the parallax wave just wins. And otherwise I run out of creature and then uptick a Johnny, and then I'm only dealing 4 damage. It's just not enough to stabilize. I have streams scheduled early events before. Yeah, but those are all like 9 a.m. start time, empty Cheons. Nothing starts at 8 a.m. that I would have been up this early for. I promise you, this is the literal earliest stream that I've done in 9 years. Hell yeah, Corthian. What's up, Nomus? Oh, come on, planes. Just give me a planes right off the top here. We got Nathari. Damn it. That's so brutal. Just having the perfect answer to these worms in hand. I almost want to reveal hand. You're gonna get some free wings. Ooh, it sounds like value to me. It'd be nice to get a tap land down here. I kind of want to hold up discharge if they have a turn 1 dork. Morning, Kuna. Hopefully I can stop drawing lands now. Maybe I was just supposed to cycle Garden this turn. Hey, Gimpy MN, thanks for the sub. Thanks for 27 months. Yeah, morning, Gimpy. Looks like they kept the Shelldock Isle. Might be casting Eagles this game. If you hold up mana, it kind of looks like you're holding up the White Remand or something. Or a flash creature. The reason I like cycling the Jetmir's Garden on my turn is in case you hit a 1-drop. We're still, like, far behind on development. At least Bombardment and Voice is pretty good. Level deck. They bounced Grist, sure. A Johnny. Uh-oh. I have the energy from the discharge earlier. Nice, huh? 2 more lands. Perfect. Yeah, worst that spawn would do is block me next turn, right? So, might as well ping it. Bending the Eels got me another 1-1, but I do kind of wish I still had it to cast next turn. 2 lands off the top. Too many lands. No flyers to brick that one. What are we getting? In order to see what the opponent gets off a track, so you kind of just have to pop up the game log. But at least there's a log. Why pre-damage? Oh, did I sack pre-damage? I didn't mean to. I thought it was after damage. Okay, so they grabbed Golos over Prism. Frantic Search Plains. And they got the Worm, which kind of implies like a flash in hand or something. Well, hopefully they don't live it 2 then. Too bad I don't have Arena to give that haste time. Yeah, I thought I did it after I saw their life total change. And it was just voice servant last turn, so there wasn't like first strike from the Raptor or whatever. The Raptor cascaded into Pyromancer last turn. This one was pre-damage though, because of the first strike. I thought I did both. Well, I blame chat distracting me with all this damage talk. 8 a.m. stream for sure. Yeah, right. I did drink a tea. I do have a little bit of caffeine in my system, but I literally just drank it, so it has not hit quite yet. I had a sugar-free Red Bull yesterday, like my first one in almost a year, and holy crap, did I hit the spot. Why not wait until second main? Why not stand on your head? Why not that? I got some reanimation stuff. I'm gonna bring in the Ghost Vacuum. I'm bringing in Ghost Metamorph too. You don't like or drink coffee? I do like and drink coffee. Why would you assume that I didn't? Just because I said I like a different thing? Each person is allowed to enjoy one beverage, and you must forsake all other beverages. There is but one. It'd be satisfying to get a Parallax Wave win. We'd be up tutor for it too. Don't love this opener, but it does have a curve. Well done, Cravian. So they're like ramping to through the breach, so we just want to get that off the board. They didn't do much drawing, but I'm gonna grab Bowmaster here. Maybe Bombardiers is better. I guess Bowmasters makes the Copter loot awkward, which is nice. Kind of forgot we had Bombardiers until just this moment. That's what we like to see. Putting a land in a show and tell. Orcs would have been a lot better than Bombardiers, but still, apparently Bombardier is good enough. Hell yeah. I think you can keep this hand on the draw. It'd be nice if we had like a 2-drop or something, but one of these 3s in a Parallax Wave should be good. You'd assume. I might just draw a 2-drop. Slowest Boros start ever over here. But look at how good our mana is. The coveted Daleb has landed. Yeah, the dailiest of Dalebs. How many days of cube remain? 356. Yeah, cube's up permanent on Vintage now, or on Magic Online. But they do take the league away sometimes when there's a new set. And then there's just the single elimination queue. Hey, good morning to you too, Duffy. It should be permanent. It is permanent. I have cube up permanently. I think I gotta discard 2 permanents here. Threaten to trade with a Chariot. You think white is mid? You're crazy. I did a top 50 of the cube the other day. And like, I think like half of the top 20 was white cards. Ocelot Pride, Guide of Souls. So Parallax Wave is a good answer to our Dark Depths token or this pile of cats, but I can't really answer both those things, is my main issue here. Hey, West Ab, thanks to the sub, thanks to 29 months. Nice. Oh, they can just give it haste with a Lava Spur. I needed to run the wave out. If you run the wave out on your turn, though, they just like serve with all the cats. And you just sit there and like die slowly instead of dying quickly. It's not a long-term solution. March is good. March is good against the Dark Depths token. Kind of a brutal little game. Just being on the draw, not having acceleration. I guess I kept a slow hand with no 2-drop, but I don't know how much that would have helped against that curve. For nice, we had some flyers to block. I guess we have Phoenix in here and Leering Souls. Those are both great. No. No, I don't quite like Metamorph from what I saw. Like copying Cat Car is okay, but it's pretty bad against their lands package. It was one of my last cuts, but like, I'd have to have a pretty good reason to bring it in and replace one of the cards that I hemmed and hawed about and eventually kept, right? It's a little bit better than our last one. At least we have a 2-drop. And we're on the play here. Game might go better. Especially if we get 3 on time, huh? Raptor into a Johnny. Gut flip a Johnny. Easy. Did I enjoy the concert? I did, yeah. We took it a lot. So the concert that I went to is actually the Milwaukee Metal Festival. And last year we went for a full day. And we were pretty exhausted by the end of it. And this time I streamed through half of it. And we just went and saw the bands we were most excited about. And dipped. And that was really pleasant. Saw 3 Inches of Blood, who I wanted to see for a while. Really fun live show. They seemed like they were having a blast. And the singer's pipes were really good. After all these years. And then, Between the Buried and Me put on a good show. I wish the audio quality was better. The venue, the Eagle Ballroom, the audio just sucks shit, and I have no idea what they're doing. Should probably make it a 1-1 there, so I can like gut sack the 1-1 next turn. I was like, but I could do an extra damage this turn. I streamed Metal? No, I didn't stream Metal, damn the doodle. Or do you mean just like in my music playlist? Yesterday I did my regular stream, or also in the AM. And then that night I went to a metal show. Something I do very often. Not an unusual activity for me at all. So you could march and get in, which I kind of want to do, hit him down to 10. But I also kind of want to... just collect some value here. I did something I've never done before and like paid for a meet and greet. Usually I think they're like kind of expensive and like you have to wait around and stuff. But for this one I wanted to get something signed. And you just like showed up during the your assigned slot and what have you. And it was only $30. Well, yeah, I don't mind shipping $30 to a band I've listened to since high school. Chat with them for a sec. Good value. I didn't think it was bad value. I've seen a lot of meet and greets that are like in the hundreds of dollars or stuff, and it's like I think you like really want to shake someone's hand if that's what you're jamming, but no shade. Something's coming down the old pipe here, huh? I want to save this for the dark depths, but I'm gonna do this. I feel like we have a lot of damage next turn. Bombardier is pretty good. The Questing Beast is another argument for Metamorph. I'd be cutting Raptor, though. It feels like depending on them to have one of their 4-drops in play for me to get like a slightly... you get like very slightly ahead on the curve, right? Bomba might be top 10 non-power pick for you. Might be. You're on the fence. It's my number 2 behind 4th. And I think putting it ahead of 4th is justifiable. I smirked a little bit there, but I'm just thinking that if you're on the fence about Bombardiers being in the top 10 non-powered cards, and obviously there's like a shitload of very powerful cards in Cube, but I do think you're underrating it. I mean, card does nothing but impress every time I see it played. Could bolt that bird. Kind of takes my whole turn. Or I could prison it. Maybe I'm just supposed to a Johnny. A lot of spur boots kind of have me wanting to play out this Lingering Souls, yeah. That is a very protected Birds of Paradise. Nadu? Maybe. The first game, they killed us with a hasty 2020. And so we haven't seen Nadu, but we have seen them launch giant creatures at us. but not who would also fit their shell. Sure. Blight still kills me here. Guess they had nothing. Yeah, the reason Blightsteel wins is because they got a Lava Spray to give it +1 power. So it would kill over double Spirit token blocking. How many settings does it have? I don't even know. It just had good reviews and said that it's got like a little mini water heater. So it's just like perma-warm water. Well, that sounds nice. I deserve warm water. They installed a few in the bathrooms at work. It's so nice. It's really nice, yeah. I once heard bidets described as like, so if you're walking outside and you stepped in some dog dew, or no, you're walking outside barefoot, right? And you step in some dog dew. Are you just gonna like take a piece of paper to wipe it off? Or are you actually gonna like use some water to wash your foot? You could voice a victory here, and then next turn go with Johnny plus discharge the cat and just flip it immediately without giving them a way to interact with it. I'm a little bit worried about all their giant mana. You moved to a new place and just installed your bidet. Absolute game changer. Hell yeah. Have a small bucket to catch the water left in the tube when removing. The tank is easy to empty, but the tool will make a mess. Okay. That's a good tip. Looks like I'm getting punished for just jamming the Ajani instead of voicing first. Kind of predictable, huh? Unless I want to mop the bathroom. My bathroom might need a mopping. Well, that's fucked up. Bombardiers doesn't seem bad. Maybe it is. Maybe they just have more removal. Yeah, I'm just supposed to voice there. Just every turn I'm regretting not playing voice. Hey, Salty Ninja, thanks for the raid. Oh, yeah. Hope you had a good stream. What was Salty Ninja jamming? Folks that just came over. Lots of cube. Couple trophies. Hell yeah. Oh shit, what up? Hey, J Grash. With the tier 3 with 123-month subscription. Subbing this long is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Ah. Well done. Well done, J Grash. Hello, Daylub. Yes. The dailiest of Daylubs. Yeah, I went live around 8. I think it's the earliest I've gone live in about 9 years. Like since the last 365. This track goes way harder than it needs to. Do we just lose some things? I think so. It's unpleasant, but... You discovered me during the last 365? Nice. Yeah, it was a good time. I'm looking forward to this one. I guess am enjoying. Goblin Bombardment would go hard here, huh? Uh-oh. They're tapping the mana. They're playing something big. Aw, man. Gaining them life and stuff. I think I'm actually supposed to chump that, as unpleasant as it is. Because next turn the Chainsaw goes onto the Trampler, right? We can't chump it anymore. I think too late. Killing the card that's drawn them to a turn. I think it's too late. Parallax Wave could answer Vaultborn temporarily, but I don't even have the mana to play it if I ripped it. If I hit a red source, I can Season Pyromancer into the Exile 1-drop. Static Prison. Static Prison was what I was looking for. Bowmaster actually looked bad against them. I'm going to leave in the Vamp Tutor. Cut Bowmaster. I like Steel Cutter. I'm awake before you? Yeah, apparently. Well, Burner needed Panic. We're just actually going to play this Adversary onto, which I hate to do, but I also hate to not have a 2-drop. Hell yeah, Panic. Yeah, the points are mostly still here because some people enjoy gambling with them. You're very valuable doubloons, yeah. Would I be down for a stip? You better believe I'd be down for a stip. The wildest line would be second Chromatic Star for a green, and then crop rotationing to make the Kavu go 5/5. Go get the fucking Esper Triland. A Reanimator stip? Yeah, I'll jam that. Yeah, I don't think Reanimator's been overdrafted lately, so that should do just fine. Hey, Panic, thanks for the $30 donation. Reanimator Daylub, hell yeah. Yeah, I was looking forward to playing the Bombardment today. Or today. This turn. Got him. I think I need that Skyclave back in. Now that I've seen that Lady Life Gain Giver. Let's cut the cutter again. You love you some Tism. This is literally the only song I've heard. And I was like, that's delightfully obnoxious. Snap added it to the playlist. City is better than a basic in some decks. We only have one 5-drop, and like some of our 4s take double colors, so they don't play very well with City. I like City a lot in aggro decks, but the curve has to work. We lost a game earlier to just like straight up not having our second white source for Parallax Wave. Opponent mulled a 5 on the play. Well, Inti just got a lot worse. Actually, my entire hand just got a lot worse. Yeah, you got me. I haven't had that feeling in a while. Just staring at a hand of all legends against my opponent's Caracas. Well, if you're going to mold a 5, it's a pretty good way to do it. Crocus 4 for 1, Carnage 5 for 1. Sure. You know what we can do? We can broadside him for 2. And then play the Scarlet post-combat. And just like snap sack it to the Bombardiers. Don't give them the priority to bounce with Caracas. So we just need them to... We just need a fade a removal spell this turn, basically. So if you play the Scarlet pre-combat, they just bounce with Caracas. That doesn't work out very well. I wonder if I should just be going face. Put him down to 8. Just like have lethal next turn. Kind of risky. Because then if they do find an answer to the broadside, you kind of just lose. Just to get 2-shot. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good risk or not. Right. I fucked up. I literally earlier this game was like, I need to play my Legends post-combat to sack to gut, or to sack to broadside, and then like I got excited because I drew gut. I was like, oh, I can sack this voice victory. It's gonna be great. Kind of a big punt, right? Because they're at 5 damage less. And they're at 7, and then like lethal next turn's pretty simple. Yeah, I would have had lethal this turn. I don't think I do now. I serve with both in. QB blocks voice, so they take 4 down to 8, and then the Athari's worth 7 damage. Being them bounce to the Caracas pre-combat means they can't save the questing beast. And we can play it post-combat here. This removes some kill pressure. I am only at 6. Morning, I am 333. You have a slight addiction to the cubing. Yeah, big same. Do you have a local cube scene too, Salty Ninja? Are you just a Magic Online fiend? Well, this could be bad. What are we hitting? Infernal Grasp. Putting them to 4, but answering the broadside. Yeah, I think my misplaying of this game might just burn me here. Because like Athari doesn't work now. I play it, they bounce up Caracas, and Gut has nothing to sack. If I draw a 1-drop this turn, I could still win. Oh, they're attacking. Nice. Oh, because I'm only at 6, I see. One of the awkward things about this Gut is the Caracas can like bounce a blocker and then untap, bounce another blocker, so I might not get to chump next turn. There's very few 1-drops in my deck right now that could save me. Like, just play this act to the Gut. It's like Giver of Runes. And Bolting the Blood Braid would be good. I'm gonna take it, I guess. Yeah. It's a bummer. I needed to rip something this turn. I'm just dead. All right, we got a stip here. Yeah, if I don't misplay that game earlier on, like the turn that I played the Gut pre-combat and let it get bounced. If I literally just play a post-combat and sacrifice, then I have lethal the next turn through the questing beast. So my slop finally caught up to me, as can happen. Let's add the stip to the overlay. Nice little warm-up league there.